Let me ask you a question. Who's more important to your success, your friends or your foes? We all know that friends can uplift and support us, but what if I told you your enemies hold the real key to your growth? Sounds crazy, right? But think about it. Your fiercest competitors, your harshest critics, and even that colleague who always seems to undermine you, they all have something invaluable to offer if you know how to look for it. In this video, we're unpacking the game-changing strategy behind the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. By the end, you'll not only see your adversaries in a whole new light, but also learn how to turn their challenges into your greatest opportunities. Welcome to the game of life, where every tip could change your world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and activate those wild notifications so you never miss out on the next life-changing insight. We're on a mission to grow, and your support means everything. Share this journey with your friends, family, and anyone looking to level up their life. Thanks for being part of the game. Ready to flip the script? Let's dive in. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Sounds dramatic, right? But what if I told you that this old adage is not just a plot line for movies or a saying for philosophers, but a key to success in business and life? Today, we'll dive deep into why understanding your adversaries might just be your secret weapon. Stick with me until the end, because there's a reward in this for you, one that could change how you approach your relationships and challenges forever. Let's understand the phrase, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. This is a strategic principle often applied in business and leadership. It means you should maintain good relationships with your allies while also actively observing, understanding, and sometimes collaborating with your competitors or adversaries, or keeping your enemies closer in business is about awareness, strategy, and leveraging competition to grow and succeed. By understanding and managing these relationships wisely, you can turn potential threats into opportunities for growth. We would get into detailed reasons and explanations soon. In business, your competitors, whether rival companies, individuals, or detractors, can impact your success. Keeping them closer means monitoring their moves, understanding their strategies, and staying informed about their strengths and weaknesses. If you're aware of what your competitors are doing, you can anticipate their moves, adapt faster, and counteract any potential threats to your business. Think about Coca-Cola and Pepsi. These two companies are fierce rivals, but keep a close eye on each other's marketing campaigns, product launches, and pricing strategies. By doing so, they can respond almost immediately to any new development, maintaining their dominance in the beverage market. Enemies often push you out of your comfort zone, forcing you to improve your products, services, or strategies. Observing their methods can spark ideas that lead to innovation in your own business. Instead of fearing competition, you can use it as motivation to grow and evolve. Rivals can inadvertently highlight gaps in your offerings, giving you a clear direction for improvement. Apple and Samsung are direct competitors in the smartphone market. Their rivalry has led to significant advancements in technology, from better camera systems to improved user interfaces. By keeping each other close, they've created a feedback loop of innovation. Not every rival has to remain an adversary. Sometimes working with competitors can be mutually beneficial. Keeping enemies close allows you to identify areas where collaboration could help both parties achieve greater success. In business, partnerships can often lead to shared resources, expanded reach, and reduced risks. However, these opportunities are only visible when you understand your rival well enough to see where your goals align. Example, in 2001, Apple partnered with Microsoft, despite their intense rivalry. Microsoft's $150 million investment helped Apple during a financially challenging time, while ensuring Microsoft maintained a competitive tech market. Both companies benefited from this alliance. Your enemies are often brutally honest about your flaws. While friends might sugarcoat their feedback, adversaries will point out weaknesses without hesitation. Listening to or observing your enemies can provide valuable insights into areas you need to improve. Constructive criticism, even from a rival, can be a catalyst for growth. By addressing these weaknesses, you become stronger and less vulnerable to attacks. Netflix's rise highlighted weaknesses in Blockbuster's outdated rental model. Instead of adapting, Blockbuster ignored the signals, leading to its downfall. Netflix's ability to study its competition's shortcomings allowed it to dominate the streaming market. Keeping your enemies close gives you the ability to monitor their actions and intentions closely. This reduces the risk of unexpected surprises and allows you to maintain a sense of control over potential threats. Why should it matter? Distance from rivals can breed ignorance, and ignorance leads to vulnerability. Staying close ensures that you're aware of any changes that could impact your position in the market. During the Cold War, the US and the Soviet Union engaged in strategic negotiations and intelligence gathering to stay informed about each other's capabilities. This approach mirrors the way businesses monitor their rivals to avoid being blindsided by new developments. Key benefits of this strategy in business. 1. Awareness. You stay ahead by understanding your competition. 2. Adaptability. You can adjust your strategies based on competitor actions. 3. Growth. Enemies push you to be better and think critically. 4. Opportunities. Rivals might reveal partnerships, market gaps, or insights. 5. Control. You reduce risks by anticipating and neutralizing threats. While it's essential to keep enemies close, it's equally important not to lose focus on your core values, goals, and supportive relationships. Maintaining a healthy balance ensures you don't become consumed by rivalry or neglect the allies who contribute to your success. Success isn't just about what you know or even who you know. It's about how well you understand people. And guess what? That includes people who don't have your best interests at heart. Have you ever had a coworker or competitor who seemed to go out of their way to challenge you? What if I told you that person could be the key to your growth? How do you trust someone who might betray you? Simple answer, you don't, but you can respect their influence and power. Does keeping your enemies close mean you compromise your values? No, it doesn't. It means you strategically manage your interactions. Respect their position, but don't lose sight of your own principles. Quick break. If this video resonates with you, consider sharing it. Word of mouth is powerful, and we'd love for more people to be part of our journey. Dealing with adversaries is exhausting. It's like trying to hug a cactus. You get poked no matter what. Not if you shift your mindset. Keeping your enemies close isn't about fear, it's about awareness and strategy. Stress often comes from the unknown, but by understanding your rivals, how they think, their goals, and their methods, you eliminate uncertainty. This knowledge gives you a sense of control and allows you to predict their moves, which reduces stress. For example, in business, studying a competitor's strengths and weaknesses helps you innovate and stay ahead. Think of it as playing chess. Knowing your opponent's strategy allows you to counter it effectively. So, instead of paranoia, this approach fosters confidence and preparedness. Honestly, if you've ever been stuck in a meeting with someone who just doesn't get along with you, you know it feels like trying to teach a cat to do taxes. Impossible and painful. Won't keeping enemies closer alienate your friends and allies? It could, if done carelessly. The key is balance. Keeping enemies close doesn't mean sidelining your friends. It means managing all relationships strategically. Your friends provide emotional support and collaboration, while understanding your enemies equips you with insights into external challenges. Look at Abraham Lincoln's team of rivals approach. He appointed former political opponents to his cabinet because he valued their perspectives and strengths. While maintaining close ties with his allies, he turned rivals into contributors to his success. The lesson: integrate, don't isolate. Can enemies actually teach you something valuable? Absolutely. Your enemies highlight your weaknesses in ways your friends often won't. Their criticism, whether fair or not, can expose blind spots you need to address. Enemies also push you to innovate and perform better, as competition demands growth. Take Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla, for example. Their rivalry pushed both to innovate in the field of electricity, driving advancements that shaped modern life. Without their adversarial dynamic, progress might have been slower. Your enemies challenge you to evolve, making you stronger and smarter. Isn't it risky to get too close to your enemies? What if they manipulate you? There's always a risk, but proximity also gives you insight. By keeping your enemies close, you can observe their behavior, intentions, and weaknesses firsthand. This allows you to anticipate and counteract any manipulative attempts. Think of corporate espionage cases where companies infiltrate rivals to gather insights. While unethical in extreme forms, the broader principle applies. Knowing what your adversaries are doing equips you to protect yourself. The key is to stay alert and keep the upper hand. Never let your guard down entirely. Does this mean you should prioritize enemies over your personal growth? Not at all. The goal is to use your enemies as tools for growth, not distractions from it. Focusing solely on rivals can lead to obsession and burnout. Instead, see them as part of a broader strategy to refine your skills, identify opportunities, and push your boundaries. For instance, professional athletes don't just train for the sake of competition. They use their opponents' strengths and weaknesses as benchmarks for their own improvement. Similarly, you can observe your enemies to inspire your growth while staying grounded in your long-term goals. Will this constant vigilance make you paranoid? Not if you approach it with the right mindset. The goal isn't to be fearful, but to be prepared. Knowledge is power, and awareness is your armor. Some people may try to use your strategy against you. The key here is to stay one step ahead by thinking long-term. Take sports legend Michael Jordan. He didn't just watch his rivals, he studied them obsessively, learning their strengths and weaknesses. That's how he consistently outperformed them. It wasn't just talent, it was strategy. Quick break. Got something on your mind? Leave a question or comment below. YouTube's new features are making it even easier and more rewarding for viewers like you to jump into the conversation. Don't miss out on this chance to connect and share your thoughts. Here's the good news. Keeping your enemies close isn't about fear. It's about growth. When you understand your rivals, you understand yourself better. Can this work in personal life too? Absolutely. Think about that difficult neighbor or family member. Learning what drives them can help you navigate conflicts and even find unexpected common ground. Example: Oprah Winfrey faced significant opposition early in her career, including critics who doubted her abilities. Instead of ignoring them, she used their skepticism to refine her approach, proving them wrong one step at a time. Today, she's one of the most respected figures worldwide. Listen to what your adversaries are saying about you. Sometimes, they'll highlight blind spots you didn't know existed. Not every enemy needs to stay an enemy. Sometimes, a rival today becomes an ally tomorrow. Example: look at Netflix and Blockbuster. Blockbuster dismissed Netflix as a competitor, refusing to collaborate. We all know how that turned out. Netflix became a juggernaut, while Blockbuster disappeared. Had they worked together, history might have been different. Short-term friction doesn't matter if you're playing the long game. Won't keeping enemies close make you cynical? Not if you balance it with gratitude and positivity. Remember, your enemies can be your greatest teachers. Now, here is the special end reward: clarity and control, or use the code word C&C to remind yourself. By keeping your enemies close, you gain insights that no amount of guessing can provide. What if I fail despite all this? Failure is part of the process. Even if you fall, you'll fall forward, armed with the lessons you've learned along the way. So the next time someone challenges you, don't run from it. Face it, learn from it, and use it. The journey won't always be easy, but the rewards, oh, they'll be worth it. You can thank me later. Now it's your turn. Think about someone who's been a challenge in your life. What's one thing you can learn from them? Let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear your stories. So friends or foes, which ones matter more? Here's the truth. Success isn't just about surrounding yourself with supporters. It's about understanding and leveraging every relationship, even the tough ones. Your enemies might criticize, compete, or challenge you, but in doing so, they sharpen your skills, expose your weaknesses, and teach you resilience. The reward for embracing this strategy? Clarity, growth, and a competitive edge that no one can take away from you. Remember, keeping your enemies closer doesn't mean trusting them blindly. It means learning from them, outsmarting them, and using their energy to fuel your success. So, the next time you face a rival, don't shy away. Embrace the challenge, rise above it, and transform it into your greatest victory. Who knows? You might just thank them one day, and trust me, you'll definitely thank yourself. And hey, thanks for being part of the game of life. Keep the energy alive, like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Ready to dive deeper? Look to your right or left and pick the next video packed with insights waiting just for you.